Okay, probably not the best light, but the end of the wrench is on the drain plug for the radiator, so I'm going to set you right here. I think you can see. And we're going to drain the radiator. This is probably going to be one gigantic mess. Fortunately for me, it appears as though there's just water in here, so I'm not too terribly worried. Oh, that's nice. Well, I don't think it'll be as much of a mess as I thought based on how plugged it is and how much rust is in there. That's nice. Oh, there we go. We're getting the rest out now. Hopefully water's not all off the camera. Hopefully I got a big enough tub. Probably not. Let's see here. That looks nice, doesn't it? Smells like old rusty water. I can't remember how many total gallons are supposed to come out, but I'm sure that there's water all still in the system. I'm tempted to bring a hose in here and flush it out, personally. In fact, I might do that. Anyway, I'm going to work on getting all the rest of everything out of here, and then we can kind of move on, because that's just nice. Kind of makes me want to replace the radiator core while I'm at it, but I think we're just going to leave it how it is for the time being. I'll see what the radiator core looks like. I'll see what everything looks like inside the water pump and whatnot before I make that decision. So anyway, got the water out of the radiator. Now you know where the drain's at. It's right up in there. And we'll go from there. Okay, so let's see here. I hadn't really been videoing. So I got the front clip off. That was easy enough. There are a total of 4 bolts that hold it on. There would be this one long bolt that goes down here on this side, and then this short bolt that goes right up in here. You probably can't see that because of the light. So anyway, I got the radiator drained. I think you already saw that. And now got the belt off the water pump and got this hose off the water pump. So what I ended up doing is, because it was just straight water, there was no antifreeze in it, I actually took an old sump pump that I had, and I've gone ahead and flushed out the radiator, and I just drained everything in there and then out of the shop. So actually kind of happy with the way that worked out. Didn't make too big of a mess. So now I'm down to taking the water pump off, which is going to be this bolt, and then there's a bolt down there. I should be able to get to those pretty quick and take the water pump off. It's a 9/16 inch wrench, or inch socket. So gonna do that, pull the water pump off. You can see that was my problem. We already knew that. I think I showed that to you in like one of the first videos that I did. So then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off the upper radiator tubes, rinse out the engine block as best I can, go ahead, work on starting to replace the thermostats. Probably going to pull off the air cleaner while I'm at it. If I can just take it off right here, just to make my life a little easier working on it, I'll do that. But anyway, so yeah, that's progress so far. I really would like to find new radiator tubes, but these tubes will work for right now. They've obviously been repaired. I think I've shown you that before. So yeah, I'll go ahead and take the water pump off, and I think that'll probably be where I stop for the night. Okay, got the water pump off. Actually, the inside of the radiator, or the bottom cast piece of the radiator, does not look too bad. So I'm pretty happy with that. Also, you can see all the way through the radiator, so the radiator is certainly not dirty. I'm very impressed with that. So you can also see where they welded the frame there, where the crack is. So if we look, I've done a couple things here. So here is the old water pump. Doesn't look too bad inside. Maybe it's rebuildable. I'm not real sure. We will see. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to put that to the side, and I don't know what kind of parts are available for it, but I'll certainly see what parts are available for it. It just looks like basically just it needs a bearing in it. So it'd be really good just to stick on a shelf, in case I need it in the future. Also what I did is I went over here and I went ahead and took the coolant pipe off from this side. Still pretty grungy up in the top of the radiator, but not as bad as I initially inspected. So I'll probably clean that out some more with some water and then call that good up there. Then I cleaned out, there's the bottom radiator pipe, or where it goes. That was really, really rusty. I've gone ahead and rinsed all that out. Got quite a bit of water out of there, well, quite a bit of water before it turned somewhat clear out of the head and everything. So we'll keep rinsing all that out over time, and so we'll keep moving forward. Okay, had a phone call. So I've already talked about the radiator, one of the radiator pipes. Also in the bottom of the radiator pipe, this was the thermostat that came out. You can see that it is open. This is why I'm replacing them. If the thermostat was closed, it should be closed, so it should look, I don't even know if I can close it by hand, kind of. But this flap should be completely closed, so there's no flow of water. So yeah, that's one of those things that this was probably really contributing to the wet stacking, and I'm sure the thermostat over on the other side is the same. Here's the new thermostat from Deere that we'll put in, and so currently it is closed. So once it gets to 180, it will open up and the water will flow. So yeah, we'll get the thermostat, the new thermostats put in. I'm sure that's going to help. Unfortunately, this is the gasket that I don't have, and so I'm going to have to make that gasket at some point in time. Probably a little bit of tracing involved. There'd probably be a lot of trial and error on my part. Same thing with this gasket up here. This gasket is actually still available, or at least I think it is. Maybe, hopefully I don't have that reversed. But this gasket I do have. So I probably won't actually, well, I guess I got to tighten that, but basically what I want to do is I want to give it a couple trial runs on the gasket before I actually use my good gasket. So I don't like using any type of liquid, like RTV for a gasket like this. I really don't like using RTV period unless it's the way it came from the factory. So I'll have to make my own gasket, and what I'll do is I'll just use the water pipe as a copy. The water pipe is pretty bad in terms of rust inside, so I'll get all that cleaned out and whatnot and get all that taken care of. But I think that's progress for today. I'll probably let this sit. It'll probably be a couple more days before I get back to it. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and we'll have updates as we go along.